لكن تحديت الظروف وخضتها وحدي صبورا مستعينا بالصلاة. كم مرة عصف الأنين بداخلي، كم مرة قد ذاق قلبي من أساه محن تمر، وكم كرهت مصابها.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. ما بعد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. You must be wondering what's going on, Hajji, with the shades. Yeah, what it is it's symbolic. That's why I put these shades on. My original shades, my little one, my youngest anyway, broke them. I don't know what it was going through his mind. I just left them somewhere. I come back and in two parts. I was thinking, you know what can I say? What can I say? So obviously, was a bit, cheesed off with that. But yeah, so then I invested in these glasses. They're a bit big for me, but because I've got like a small face, I've got a long one, but I got a small face for this one. I just invested in these, and as the sun's out, and I know it's obviously winter is near enough around the corner, so I thought to myself that the sun's going to disappear, very, very soon. So I thought, let's just relax in the garden. The sun's right there, to be honest, right above my head. So definitely thought, let's just use the symbolic glasses, because that's how I entered Speaker's Corner with the sunglasses. So where do I start? So what I'll do is I'll just give you a brief introduction about myself first before talking about my journey to Speaker's Corner. I think that will be more befitting, and it will allow you to interact with me and get to know me a bit better. So my name, again, it's not Bro Hajji. Let's just put it that way. My name is not Bro Hajji. My name is Muhammad Naeem Safdar. In the house I'm called Naeem. Our mother tongue, being Pakistani background, they don't say Naeem with the Ain. So I'm called Naeem at home. So that's my name, okay? So if anyone was sort of wondering what's my actual name, it's Muhammad Naeem Safdar, okay? And as I was growing up, I was always obviously a bit of a rebel, let's put it that way. Don't let this fool you. I went, the innocent child. In my teenage years, I was a bit of a rebel, and those who know me will say, yeah, Hajji's not lying. Hajji's not lying about that. So yeah, that's me. To let you know, everyone has ups and downs in their lives, and they have certain paths that they take which they regret, and certain groups of people that they were connected to. Now, you can't really blame the crowd. You're responsible for your own actions, but I could say that I have committed, that's between me and my Lord, but I wasn't the best teenager, or should I say I wasn't an angel. So let's now get into the story at hand. So my name is Muhammad Naeem Safdar, born and bred in the UK, Birmingham, Bromtown, and my journey to Speaker's Corner. So let's just start off. I'm 35 years old, so when I first entered Speaker's Corner, when I first actually walked in the park, I was 33 at the time. So I wasn't, a spring chicken, basic duties, working, taking care of my family. I got 2 children, 2 young boys. I also, look after my parents. So, I was just basically, and I was studying with a graduate from the Islamic University of Medina, just, finishing work and then driving to him, and then just, studying, as best as I can, improving, and also in the night, the brother could vouch for it, the the graduate from Medina. I used to go and study or read Quran with a teacher called Maulana Iftikhar, may Allah bless him. And there was a group of us, so those who know the classes that we had, we used to do Quran, do Hifz, and it was Hanafi fiqh as well, we were studying as well. So we did that. That was my normal routine at that part of my life, so meaning for like a few years I was doing that. So what happened was, a brother of mine, a close friend of mine. So basically, Muttley is my right arm. Basically, me and Muttley are like this. Do you know what I mean? Me and Muttley are tight. We see each other nearly every other day if he's not working. So there's another brother that we know, very close to us. I've known him for years as well. Very good brother of mine, and he always goes to Speaker's Corner. This is going back to the summer of 2018, and this brother of ours, regularly attended Speaker's Corner. Now, bearing in mind, Speaker's Corner to me, the only 2 brothers that I used to watch very rarely as well, 2 brothers, was brother Hijab, my brother, and Adnan Rashid. Now, literally, that was 2 years ago. I used to watch them, like, here and there. Like, those were the two that I used to watch. Everyone else, to be honest, Brother Hashim and Brother Mansoor, I used to watch them at times. But those, if you want to say who did I used to regularly watch in pockets, like, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here, was Brother Hijab and Brother Adnan Rashid. So they were the two that I was familiar with at Speaker's Corner. So this dear brother of mine who used to go Speaker's Corner, is close to Motley, and he obviously was speaking to Motley once upon a time and said, look, this is all to do with, the Shia who were quite, active at Speaker's Corner during that course or during that period in 2018 or in the summer. They're probably there before, but I'm just talking specifically about the summer of 2018. Now, me personally, I was none the wiser as to what was going on in Speaker's Corner. I never attended, never knew what was going on. Weren't even aware there was a group of Bayat al-Ghadir, let's put it that way. I didn't even know they existed. And so that brother came back, speaks to Motley and was telling Motley about, this problem that the Speaker's Corner was having with the Shia and the interactions with the Shia and the doubts that the Shia was spreading. So the brother who goes there, said, look, what do you reckon about Hajji? Like, Hajji should go to the park. So Motley said, that's a good idea. Hajji should go to the park and, have a discussion with them, have debates with them, etc. Now, I don't know this is happening, by the way. I don't know this conversation is happening. So the brother in question with Motley, the brother invited us to his house. Well, we would regularly go to his house and just have a little laugh and stuff, have a joke. And, we always like take the living mick at each other. That's the way we roll. That's the way we behave. People might not understand it, but we just look for excuses to sort of get one above each other. But it's just our relationship is pretty friendly. Just to let you know that. I don't think it's very, very confrontational. It's very friendly, peaceful, and loving as well. So Motley called me and said, look, we need to go to the brother's house. He's invited us. We said, no, let's go. Now, I don't know what's going on, by the way. There's another brother as well. So I don't know what's going on. And we went to the brother's house. So we got to the brother's house and we're just talking, as we normally do, talking about, like, what's going on in the news, boxing, whatever, that we talk about. And then they dropped it on me. They said, the brother said, Hajji, what do you reckon about Speaker's Corner? So I'm like, what about it? Like, what do you mean Speaker's Corner? They said, you know what's happening with the Shia? And I go, look, I don't know what's going on. I don't really watch it. And he said, yeah, brother, the brother was speaking and he was saying, look, there's some issues and, the Shia are spreading so much doubts and, we need obviously to counter their doubts. And I said, where do I fit in all this? Like, yeah, we do, but, the brothers in London, should take care of it. And they are, from what I was told anyway. So he goes, no, Hajji, you should go. I pretty much rejected the idea, the notion straight away. I wasn't for it. And Motley was obviously encouraging me. He goes, Hajji, you should go. I go, nah, bro. I go, I ain't going to go. I go, nah, it's not my thing. Cameras and, speakers drive all the way to London and want to have discussions. So it's not my cup of tea. So, nah, I ain't going to go. That day, I remember they absolutely laid into me. Like, why you want to go? What's wrong with you? Who says, you got to keep going? At least just go once. What's wrong with you? And I was pretty much, like, I'm quite stubborn to a certain extent. Like, when I make up my mind, again, I'm talking at that particular time. Obviously, people could tickle me and try to change my opinion. But yeah, I was like, no, yeah, it's not going to happen. Like, I'm not going. You know what I mean? And they were like, you're this and, this. And just obviously in a way where, they were advising me, giving me nasiha. They said, come on, Hajji, man. Like, why are you always like this? Look, at least test the waters. Just, it would be a nice day out. They're trying to sort of bribe me with the day out. Like, I said, no, it's not happening, man. Leave it. I'm going to drop the subject. It's not going to happen. So obviously, Motley goes, all right, Hajji, don't worry, whatever you say, don't worry about it, let's just move on. So we were just chilling, we ordered some food, I think it was pizza that day, I can't remember, but we ordered some food and we ate and we had a laugh and a joke. We went. So obviously I thought nothing of that particular meeting or conversation. And then I think it was about a week later, or probably just under a week, I received a call from Motley. And Motley said, look, Hajji, I've spoken to our brother, the one that goes Speaker's Corner. And look, and Motley and me are really close, really, really close. And he goes, look, Hajji, look, just hear me out. He goes, about the Speaker's Corner thing. So I was like, Motley, come on, bro. Obviously, his name's not Motley, but I'm just you know him as Motley. So I was like, Motley, come on, bro. I don't want to talk about this again. Come on, I told you, what my thoughts are. Just, let's drop it. Let's talk about something else. He goes, look, Hajji, just hear me out. I'll go on there, bro. Speak. And he said, there's no harm in going once, at least. If you don't like it, if you don't, if you're not a fan of it, or you didn't like the vibe or the atmosphere, that's fine. No problem. No one's going to hold it against you. But don't, be stubborn and reject the idea without even considering it. Just go out there. We'll have a nice day. Just go out. The boys will go, alhamdulillah, experience it. There's no harm in experiencing it. There's no harm in experiencing it. So I said, okay, Motley, all right. Fair enough. It's kind of like, advised me, and I said, all right then, Motley, no problem. So you want me to go and discuss some, stuff with the Shia? And bearing in mind, my Shia studies then was like very basic. Like let's put it that way. At that time, anyway. I know a bits and bobs, but I wouldn't call myself like an expert. I don't even call myself an expert now, but I'm more versed now. Now that being in this, YouTube polemical game, than I was at the time when we first started this idea, or the brothers started this idea, not myself. So I said to Motley, okay, that's fine. I'll agree. Give me 2 weeks. Let me just do a bit of studies, a bit of research, and we'll go to the park. And so he goes, no problem. He goes, that's fine, Hajji. He goes, look, no problem. If you don't want to go again after this, no problem. No one's going to hold it against you. Just at least try it out. The brothers are persistent. They've got a good idea. They know what it's about. They know how it is, and if they're saying it's as detrimental as, he's advised us, then really you need to, put your, own selfishness to the side and go out and just have a day out and a nice casual discussions or debates, if that's what people call it, at Speaker's Corner. So I said, okay, give me 2 weeks, no problem. 2 weeks, we'll go. So Motley spoke back to that brother and said, okay, no problem. Hajji says, fine, 2 weeks, we'll go. So I obviously dug into whatever Shia books are. What I had then at the time is nothing comparable to what I've got now, so just to do Shia, I've got plenty of stuff. So I obviously was going through my books. I thought, what topic should I discuss with them? And I thought, just grab any topic. Brought a few books, so I put it in my notes because I'm very sort of organised like that. I put, what topics I want to discuss because the books have different bookmarks. So I thought if we move to one book or another, I'll have the bookmarks ready and I'll have the notes in my phone. So a couple of weeks passed and it was Sunday, nice hot day. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some clips as well to show you the day that I actually walked into the park. The first time you see me on camera. So what we did was we organised the time, everyone obviously communicated, and we met at the Clock Garage petrol station. Everyone knows about the clock. It's changed now, but back then it's called the Clock Garage petrol station. Those from Birmingham will know what I'm talking about. So we go, all right, the cars, there were about 3 cars. They go, all right, meet at the Clock Garage petrol station. We'll put petrol in and we'll obviously just, meet each other. So I remember Motley picked me up. We got in the car, we met at the Clock Garage petrol station. We got there, all I know, there's 2-3 cars and brothers are coming out hugging each other and everyone was excited. They're like, it was a good meeting. They were laughing and joking. All right then, boys, let's go. Drop it in your sat nav and let's just go. So I sat in the car and, on the way there, we're just having a talk, adrenaline pumping. And I'm there with my books just reading, I'm sort of zoned out. I'm like, tunnel vision, just reading my books. They were talking. At times I was interacting, but, my suspense was kicking in a bit. Like I didn't know what to expect, so I was like, well, what's going to happen? How's it going to be? Like, just asking myself some questions on the way. As we got there, I'm walking towards Speaker's Corner. The adrenaline's pumping again, and obviously all the brothers, like a good 15 of us, probably more. Really pumped up. So we walked through the door. Walked into the park, and Asa was there discussing something with a Somali brother. Now I'll play the video for you. This is the first time I actually come onto camera. Just have a watch.
Why are you scared to fight Sahaba? It's hot. What you got this on for, bro? To burn away the jinn from his head. The old jinn, yeah.
The Shia jinni.
Shia mafia. Right, hold on, listen. What the hell? You look it up if you want.
I'm not looking at it.
All right, listen. I'm saying to you, your whole point is about the concept of Sahaba.
I'm trying to say
Brother,
to you,
I heard what
companion can't be a munafiq.
Right, so define Sahaba, define a companion. Why are you so scared? Do you know what one is? From the Sunni point, shall I give it to you? Shall I give it to you?
No, I need to get the exact definition.
Alhamdulillah. You should have known this before you stepped in the room, bro.
I know the definition. I want to get the exact
Right, give your definition first, then look.
Believe in the Prophet.
You said you know it, so give what you know first.
It is.
Please.
Man laqiya
Allah, stop. Don't help him, bro.
وآمن به
No.
وآمن به أخي وآمن
You got it, that's fine.
وآمن به
ولقاء النبي يماتي آمن به ومات على ذلك.
وآمن به وآمن به أوكي وآمن به.
I was going to tell him.
Okay, he said it. Okay, you said وآمن.
So you didn't know before he told
No,
you?
I didn't know that exactly.
So there you go. That was the first time I actually was caught on camera at Speaker's Corner. And, you know, I had a discussion with Isa that day. Okay, I had a discussion with Isa that day. And then I had a discussion with Uncle, Abi Abdullah. Great, you know, great, as you can see.
It's been mentioned in Bukhari. The ayah is being eaten by the animal. How can be eaten by animals?
Well, I don't understand. That was one of your 12 imams. Yes, the narration he
And
made.
the name just a sajjad.
No, that's one of the 12 imams. He's infallible.
معصوم.
Yeah, but this.
And then at the end of the day, I had a discussion with, I think it was Modine at the end. The last discussion I had at the end of the day. So 3 discussions I had: Isa, Uncle Abi Abdullah, and Modine in one day. And this is the conversation I had with Modine.
The same قائم that you believe in, Imam al-Mahdi فرج الله فرج الشريف.
وانصره ان شاء الله. اللهم انصر الامام المهدي وعجل فرجه وانصره على اعدائه بحق فاطمه الزهراء. اللهم صل على محمد وال محمد. You love Ahl Bayt. If you love Ahl Bayt, I love you. If you love Ahl Bayt,
but not على البيت that you follow.
So that was my first day at Speaker's Corner. Okay, that was my first day at Speaker's Corner. And I was absolutely spent. Honestly, I was so tired. And at that time, I met Brother Muhammad from KVFF, may Allah preserve you, my dear brother. And obviously, I don't know about these channels. I don't know about who's who. You know, I'm just, you know, a simple attendee, a visitor. In fact, one of the most. So, yeah, so Brother Muhammad done a video with us at KVFF, and he took my number and he said, "Are you going to come back to the park?" I said, "I don't know, but just take down my number, and if I come back, I'll come back." So we went. The boys obviously had a nice day. We drove to Stoke Newington. Had Turkish doner at Super Kebab in Stoke Newington. Probably you brothers know where it is. We went there, had a meal, and we drove back. So I thought nothing of it. You understand? And remember, at that time I had no Facebook, I had no Twitter, I had no Instagram. I wasn't on social media. I was, you know, pretty much non-existent. So that's the end of the first visit. I went back to Birmingham, and khalas, it was just, you know, normal day in the office. Go to work, come home, go see my teacher, to his drive to his house, and that's all it was. You know, life was just continuing on. So Muttley and the other brother said to me, "Hajji, you want to go back to Speaker's Corner?" So I was like, "Oh man, I gotta, yeah, go on then, why not?" You know, I kind of enjoyed it. And they go, "Let's go back." So we got on, no problem. 2 weeks later, we went back. And then I was having discussions with some Shia uncles, and then Baytul Ghadir arrived. And, you know, I had a discussion with Raza. I'll play the video, just a bit of the video for you.
Chapter heading is corrupted. Someone else put in every single one. No, someone else put it in. All right, so which one? Any specifics? Kitab al-Hujjah? Okay, so now let me present.
No, but that's my point. I'm just asking you a question. Okay, leave the barbs for a minute.
No,
because you're leaving that point.
No, you're not, because you're making...
Intimidity. Okay, I'll let you speak for a little while.
No,
You're going to let me speak.
You're not letting me present.
No, the reason I'm not letting you present... but the reason I'm not letting you present is because that evidence is not hujjah on... You're not understanding my argument. You're not understanding my argument.
It's not hujjah. Why is it not hujjah?
I'll tell you why. It doesn't mean it's part of your creed. You're missing that point. I'll give you an example. Do you accept everything in Timothy? Is everything in Timothy your creed?
If you put it, creed in terms of what?
Okay, I'll give you an example.
If it's authentic,
Okay, I'll give you an example. In Timothy.
The Bab.
No.
Sticking on Bab.
No, not Bab.
No, you
Timothy, the whole book.
Hold on.
I had a discussion with Raza, and obviously went back to Birmingham. And the brother didn't come that time. I remember he was supposed to come, but he didn't come. So it was just what that brother was missing, the one that, you know, was the one that introduced me to Speaker's Corner. So I had a debate with Raza, went back, and Muhammad obviously didn't record. I think it was Black Dunya that recorded that particular discussion. Straight after, I remember Muhammad contacted me from KVFF and said, "Hajji, I'm getting loads of messages saying, has Hajji got a Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter?" And I was like, "No, I haven't got anything at all." And he goes, "Look, you know, people are just contacting me constantly saying, ask Hajji to set it up," because he was my only contact. Like, I didn't exchange my numbers with no one at Speaker's Corner, only Brother Muhammad. So Muhammad recommended me to set up a Facebook page. I set up a Facebook page. Subhanallah al-Azim, it just hit the roof. I was just getting friend requests from all over the world, people sending me private messages. The support was amazing. And I think that time was about, so that was July, June, July. And then I used to make regular appearances on Cover Fifth, like Cover Fifth's channel. Like he was like my brother that was the one that was recording me exclusively. At times, you know, Brother Muhammad never used to go to the park. So what he used to say to me is, Hajji, because remember, I haven't got my YouTube channel. So he used to phone me and say, Hajji, are you going to go Speaker's Corner? Obviously, the brothers used to arrange it. The brothers from Birmingham, may Allah bless them, you know, supported us, you know, to go in Speaker's Corner. And, you know, it was a sort of a day out for us as well. Everyone enjoyed each other's company, and it was fun, the debates that we had with the Shia uncles, having a laugh and a joke. So Brother Muhammad used to sometimes call me and say, you go in Speaker's Corner? I said, yeah. He goes, look, I can't make it due to X, Y, and Z. Could you take my camera and record for me? I said, no, why not? You get it? Because then you had nothing to do. We would just wanted to have a day off and have a laugh and a joke. It wasn't nothing serious for us. Remember, this is my second month into it. So I used to take his camera. You know, we used to set up for him. Brother Muttley used to be behind the camera recording. And we used to just have, you know, a good day out. Then it came to the time where we were sitting down and contemplating, and you know, brothers, I got in touch with the Sunni Defence. So the Sunni Defence were, well, I think it was Brother Fareed that got in touch with me first. So he got in touch with me, and it was obviously, you know, communicating with me. I got in touch with other brothers in the Dawah scene, and then they floated with the idea about opening up your own YouTube channel. This is like 3-4 months into the my Speaker's Corner journey. I think June, July, August, September. So 3-4 months, because I opened my channel up in September. And a few of the brothers advised me, they go, Hajji, what do you reckon about opening up your own channel? So you have to bear in mind, I'm 33 going on 34 at the time. This is like, look, I'm absolutely a novice when it comes to cameras, recording and stuff like that. Even now, as you know, I do everything myself. You know, from the research and scripting, recording, editing. Like now, once this is done, I do everything. I take the SD card out, I'll put it on the laptop. I cut the parts that obviously, you know, I need cutting out and add the stuff in. That's all me from A to Z. So back, and remember, I don't know nothing about cameras. I know nothing about ISOs and all of this, and I'll explain later on. You know, who got in touch with me, was telling me about this, and he knows his name as our brother from the Al Turath channel. So from the Al Turath channel, go subscribe to that channel, Al Turath, and I'll preserve those brothers. They're the ones that got in touch with me first, talking about my camera quality, but we'll discuss that when we get to that. So what happened was, I was thinking, like, open up. So I spoke to Muttley, and I was like, Muttley, what do you reckon? And we just wanted to just have a laugh and a joke about it. But then when the idea came about floating around in connection to opening up a YouTube channel, we were literally like, this is like too much for us. Like, what, we don't even know nothing about cameras. Secondly, like, how the hell, after you record, how do you put it on the computer? Like, we were literally that, you know, ignorant about it. We didn't know nothing about it. Even now, like a year, 2 years into it, now we're starting to find our feet with all this stuff. But prior to that, like, we didn't have an absolute foggiest idea of what was going on. Anyway, so Muttley said, you know, all right then, Hajji, yeah, why not? Go for it. You know, because obviously by that time I was investing in Shia books, more Shia books than I already had, and doing more research, so my knowledge was increasing, and there was other brothers that were communicating with me, you know, were helping me, you know, in terms of knowledge, etc. And we just decided, okay, then let's open up the channel. You know what I'm saying? Let's open up the channel. And so now we need to start from scratch. Okay, how do you open up a channel? so we've got to go on YouTube, register on YouTube. So we registered on YouTube, and then we've got no camera. So like, all right, what do we do? So our brothers from Al Islam Productions, may Allah preserve you brothers. One brother in particular, I don't want to mention his name. Maybe he don't want his name mentioned. And so we were, you know, in connection and in contact with the brothers from Al Islam Productions, and they already had a YouTube channel for many years, so they were pretty much, you know, experienced with, you know, how it works. So me and Muttley were saying, like, we communicate with them, like, how do we do it? They go, look, buy this DSLR camera. So we go, DSLR, what the hell's that? They go, look, it's a Canon camera, good cameras, go buy it. So Muttley, may Allah preserve him, paid for my first camera. He knew a brother that had a DSLR. He was asking around, and he was the first one to actually gift me a DSLR camera. So Muttley was the first one to bought the camera for me. So we bought the camera, we went to record our first video. Now bear in mind, I had no mic, I don't know nothing about lighting settings or nothing. We were just basically, I just sat there, I'll play the video for you, I just sat there, and Muttley just, we don't even know what's going on, we just pressed record, and I go, Hajji, I think it's recording. I got it then, and I just started talking. I didn't know you could cut back then with, you know, Adobe Premiere Pro and everything. So we recorded, so I'll just play the video for you. Coming to you on my YouTube page. It's been a long time coming. We are now officially open. I wouldn't have been able to do what I've done without your support and your du'as. From all corners of the world, your support has been, unbelievable. It's just a quick video, just to let you know I'm officially open. So that was my first video. So now, how the hell do I put it on YouTube? I know it's on the camera, but how the hell do I put it on YouTube? So I got in touch with the brother from Understand Productions. He spent a lot of time with me. He gave me my first Adobe Premiere software, he showed me how to edit, like what you do, how you cut and everything. So I think it took like a good 2-3 days of teaching me how to do it. I'm a lot preserving for his time. I'm never going to forget that. And he goes, "All right, Hajji, I think you're okay now. You could start recording, and this is what you do, and this is how you export, and this is how it taught me everything from start to finish. With valuable time. We did this in the night as well. So there you go. I'm started now. I'm uploading videos to YouTube. Pretty much an amateur. And a few brothers got in contact with me and said, "Hajji, you know what? Your lighting's terrible, and you're not even using a mic." So I'm like, I don't know. I just put the light on in my room and I press record, and I thought that's how it works. He goes, No. It's more to it than that, Hajji. So I go, "What do I do?" So he goes, "All right, invest in a mic." I go, "What mic should I invest in?" He goes, "Invest in this mic." I go, "No problem." Invested in that mic, and he goes, "Okay, now you need to set your ISO settings," because I had an old camera. It wasn't auto ISO like this. It was one of those where you have to set the ISOs and lighting. So he goes, "This is what you need to put it on, and this you need to do your lighting, and you need to buy lights and all this." So I'm pretty much learning on the job, and our video quality was getting better, our volume was getting better, and then I got in touch, or rather the Sunni Defense got in touch with me. So the Sunni Defense got in touch with me. I spoke to the brothers at Sunni Defense, and they said, "We would love for you to record some videos for us." And I said, "Look, this is like, subhanallah, amazing." I used to watch their channel, and they're now giving me a slot on their channel. I said, "Look, no, this is going to be, it's an opportunity, it's a blessing, I'm privileged." So I recorded about 4 or 5 videos for them. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. How is everyone doing? It's Brother Hajji. I hope everyone is in the best health and iman. Praying for your brother Hajji. Praying for everyone on the Sunni Defense. Walillahi alhamd wa minna. We've been very active. Walillahi alhamd. The Sunni Defense have released plenty of videos of late. More notably, the documentary regarding Iranian Shi'ism. Jaw-dropping, very, very educational, insightful for you. And if you haven't checked it out, please don't miss out. So then I'm just pretty much a small YouTube channel. My polemical discourse was only centered around Sunni Shia, debates or discussions. And I was just living life comfortably, there was no stress, no nothing. And in May 2019, my life just changed. In May 2019, my life just changed. One day at Speaker's Corner, subhanallah, look at that. One day at Speaker's Corner, my life just went, changed completely. So, bit of background, I went to the park with the brothers, and there was a back and forth with Baytul Qadir that day at Nar Rashid, Brother Isa, Allah yarhamu, and it was just a normal day in the office for me. I do a lot of discussions with a few Shia and come back home. Shamsi, and I have to bring this up because this is where it all started, didn't it? You understand what I mean? This is where it all started. And, I put a few posts up on Facebook. I don't want to go into that. And he came up to me.
What you believe?
What do I believe?
100%.
What do I believe?
You to rebel against a Muslim leader who's
To
oppressor.
defend yourself against oppression.
No.
Listen to me. What the example I gave you haven't.
We had a discussion or a debate, and I went back home. And then all of a sudden, it was like the target of the neo-Salafi world from that time. Wallahi, it just, from May 2019 all the way till now, which is near enough October 2020, my life couldn't have changed in a way that I thought it would. I never thought that. I never thought my life would change in a way that it would. Constant people making memes about me, calling me names, and again, not as if I've been innocent, let's put it that way. Not that I've been innocent, I've been consistently, responding back and, academically, holding my ground. And we're continuing on. We're going to start discussing different topics. I always add a disclaimer, and I make myself clear and my position clear in relation to myself and as far as my knowledge and what I've what credentials I have. You know, like I always say, and this is not out of tawadi', this is not out of humility. You know, and أنا أقول لكم صراحة, you know what I mean? I'm going to speak to you guys clearly. I'm not even a student of knowledge. Let's put it that way. You understand what I mean? I'm not even a student of knowledge, and all the love and support that I've been getting, wallahi, it's really touching and humbling. Uqsimu billah al-azim. And I'm just, even to a certain extent, pinching myself to say, like, why do people, like, you know, follow me? Like, what? Like, I'm not anyone I'm not like a student of knowledge per se, you know, and sitting me. Yeah, I'm not a student of knowledge per se, and you know, there's brothers who are, subhanallah, much more knowledgeable than myself. I'm just doing whatever I can within my means, within my capability, and I just pray that Allah accepts it, keeps me humble. And I've made mistakes, and my, you know, conduct and behavior hasn't been totally upright and, you know, respectable. So just, you know, forgive me for my, you know, shortcomings. You know, I'm sure you can appreciate that I'm doing what I can. And subhanallah al-azim, you know, the people that have advised me privately, you know, you guys are a blessing for me. Honestly, you guys are a blessing for me, all of you. You know, whoever's advised me privately, may Allah bless you. Subhanallah al-azim, I think you guys are the ones that keep me, you know, grounded. And I can't thank you guys enough. I swear, hand on heart, I can't thank you guys enough, and I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to preserve you, your family. I might think from my lens that I'm doing something right, you know, or when I clap back when I shouldn't do. And to me, it seems perfectly acceptable. For me, it seems perfectly at the heat of the moment, at the spur of the moment. I say things that I shouldn't say, you know, and, you know, the brumminess in me, you know, I like to have a little bit of laugh and joke. But jokes aside, you people, wallahi al-azim, are like angels to me. You know, how you don't shy away from contacting me and saying, Haji, you know, this is unacceptable, you know, you need to tone it down, you know. Wallahi al-azim, and I'm glad I have people like you and followers like you that really set me straight when I go wrong. So that's my journey. I know it's not really that exciting, but I thought I'll just present my journey to Speaker's Corner and have a nice, like, you know, discussion without pulling books out, without, you know, researching, and then, you know, I don't really want this to be about anyone in particular or any particular person. It's about me. It's about me addressing my story to you and my journey, and it's been a blessed journey, you know, from where I'm sitting, and no doubt about it, I'm indebted to all of you. You know, subhanallah, I can't thank you guys enough. And your humble brother Muhammad Naeem Safdar, or Bro Hajji, is in need of your dua, is in need of your support, and is in need of your love. And I'm sure you're going to continue to give me that. You know, awalan I do it for lillah, awalan I do it for Allah's pleasure and Allah's rida, and thereafter I do it for, you know, educating my Muslim brothers and sisters. You know, this is why I take time out. Like I said, I do everything on my own. My research is on my own. My scripting's on my own, my recordings on my own, my editing's on my own. I do practically everything. I got definitely, and I don't want to, you know, say this without, you know, giving thanks and respect to those brothers who support me as well. Don't get me wrong, I get a lot of support. Brothers, you know, watching certain videos for me, brothers advising me, brothers, you know, doing certain research for me when I need it, when I ask them to. They've been very, very accommodating, or even checking my research or checking my translations. There's a lot of brothers behind the scene that, you know, are part, or if not, they are the Bro Hajji team, you know, even though it's not an official title per se, but they are part of the team. You know, they love, you know, our channel. They advise me, they give me, you know, recommendations, they give me advice. They also, when I present them something, they add their, you know, further information that I weren't aware of. So you guys are blessed. Wallah adim, you brothers are a blessing to me, and no doubt about it. You know, the Birmingham brothers as well. Let's not forget them, the ones that, you know, introduced me to Speaker's Corner. If it wasn't for you brothers, you know, that gave me the opportunity to a certain extent, that, you know, advised me about it and took their time out to support me and to come to Speaker's Corner with me. You know, there's love and respect for you guys, my Birmingham brothers. Every single one of you. I don't need to mention any names. You guys know who you are. And on top of that, my love and respect to Muttley, you know, and Muttley's been there from the start. and he always was. He was there with me yesterday recording the Da'aman comedy video. Motley's, Motley is the Bro Hajji channel. Motley is Bro Hajji, let's put it that way. Without Motley, I don't think there would be Bro Hajji. You understand what I mean? So that's, and then give my thanks and respect to all the brothers at Al Islam Productions as well. Like, you guys started me off. And the brother, I don't want to mention his name. Wallah, I think what I'm doing now with the editing and all of this is thanks to you. You took the time out, gave me tips, even in terms of audio, in terms of, lighting. You gave me advice. May Allah preserve you, akhi. May Allah preserve all of you, every single one of you. And there's so many thanks and love that I have. I've got a big heart, I got a lot of love to share. So look after yourselves, may Allah bless you. Let me just take my glasses off, so at least you can just see me. Look into my eyes, Look into my eyes. So the sun's out. I know the sun's going to disappear soon. Winter's around the corner. So once again, I love you all. May Allah preserve you and your families, bless you. Make dua for me, and and I will do the same for you. Take care of yourselves. Wa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
كم مرة عصف الأنين بداخلي كم مرة قد ذاق قلبي من أساه محن تمر وكم كرهت مصابها لكن رأيت الخير يسكب في أنا كم مرة قد ضقت من عظم البلاء بشر وشيطان يحاصرني أباه كم مرة قد أظلم الدرب ضحى وتحدر الدمع وضاقت بي رؤى كم مرة عصف الأنين بداخلي كم مرة قد ذاق قلبي من أساه محن تمر وكم كرهت